Julia Manchester, national political reporter for The Hill, was there for the debate, joining us live from Harrisburg. Good morning to you. We know we've heard from Fetterman's team, as we talked about. As far as the closed captioning goes and the prompter, what can you tell us about the accommodations made for him?
Yeah, Adrienne, we do know that there were two opportunities for Fetterman's team and Oz's team to rehearse during the debate. We know that Fetterman's team only, I believe, took one of those opportunities, but there were closed captionings available for Fetterman that he could see during the debate. Now, there was some, debate afterwards with Fetterman's camp saying that some of those captionings were delayed. However, the accommodations, and we knew this going back months since the debate was announced, that this would be used for him. We know that Fetterman has been using closed captioning in various debates, whether it's television, print, online, virtual debates. So this is not anything necessarily new for him. However, in a live setting like this, similar sort of to the NBC News debate he gave a few weeks ago, this is the first time I think a lot of voters see this in person. So I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, polls indicate, of course, that we're not only focused on this headline. There are a lot of voters who want to know about what these candidates will do for the economy and inflation. They did focus on that, but did they provide enough concrete solutions?
I think it was a case of these candidates really attacking each other over inflation. John Fetterman very much trying to blame this on corporate greed, painting Dr. Oz as out of touch. Dr. Oz calling Fetterman's policies radical and extreme, saying that pumping more money into the economy at a time during inflation wouldn't necessarily be the solution. So it was very much a case of them attacking each other. But it's interesting, Adrienne, to see the takeaway that Fetterman's team has from this debate. They have very much been honing in on that one line from Oz on abortion in particular, in which he said that the procedure should be a decision between a woman, her doctor, and local political leaders. Local political leaders, that's what they're zeroing in on, very much trying to paint that as sort of an out-of-touch statement from Dr. Oz. And I find that fascinating because over the past few weeks, we on NewsNation and other news outlets have been covering the fact that polls show that inflation and the economy are a top issue for voters. And voters on the ground I've talked to in Pennsylvania have said the same thing. But Fetterman's team, once again, zeroing in on abortion. I think that's an effort to really galvanize their own base, but also peel off some maybe moderate or swing voters from areas like Philadelphia suburbs, for example, or even Pittsburgh suburbs.
This might be an obvious question, but who did voters say was the winner from Tuesday night?
I think it depends who you ask, and I know that's a cliche, and I say that after every debate, but, I think Fetterman's team would say, look, he performed very well given the circumstances. They say they've raised $1 million or over $1 million in the 3 hours after the debate. Oz's team and Republicans would say he was the clear winner because he was able to, obviously have a good performance and attack Fetterman on his record. But ultimately, I think it will depend on, how much voting has actually happened. Some Democrats I spoke with last night said, look, early voting's been happening for quite some time now in Pennsylvania. So this debate may not have that much of an impact on voters. So we'll have to see. But clearly not the night Fetterman's team wanted, but they very much knew this going in. They lowered expectations with that memo that was sent out on Monday.
Julia Manchester from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.